What led you in the situation that you were in?
We met on Craigslist. This was a mutual act, and agreed to meet consensually. Discussed the expectations of the meeting in detail, to include all of it that occurred during the encounter. The alleged victim Googled and searched websites for the incident she said that she did not consent to, and viewed them prior. After the encounter, she was untied, and we discussed in detail the encounter. Also discussed in detail her plans for that day. She said that she was tired, she was going to take a nap, escorted me to the door. I then left. Approximately 30 to 45 minutes later, texted her and asked if she had a good nap. She responded, yes, I did, but it wasn't nearly long enough. I have to go pick up my children. And continued to correspond in a casual, friendly conversation for an additional 12 hours after the encounter.
So, but no time during the incident was she like, you know, stop, I'm not enjoying this, you know.
Never. And it shows through the text messages. She said, thank you, sir. I enjoyed myself. I'm going to sleep well tonight. I'm going to be sore in the morning. All those are exchanged and shown in her text message.
So then why would you think, why do you think she would contact the police?
Honestly, her text messages show the next morning after the encounter, she started texting other men. So I don't know if one of them was her boyfriend. I don't know if it was a significant other. I'm not exactly sure. To be honest with that, I don't know the answer to that question. She's the only one that will. God is going to have to, you know, judge her, not me. I'm never going to have the answer to that question, probably. But the only thing that I know from a text message is they asked her questions about me. She didn't know anything about me, really. The only thing she knew was that I drove a newer black Mercedes. And that was exchanged in text message. So I'm not sure what the motives of her allegations were. I'm not sure if she has a significant other maybe that was going to find marks on her or something else, and she decided that, you know, it was better to create a false allegation than it was to assume responsibility for her decisions. I don't know if it was financially motivated. I'm not sure of her motives. But either way, all the evidence that has come clear from the time that we started discussing the encounter, to the encounter, after the encounter, all motive shows that it was completely consensual and there was no forced anything.
So after the encounter though, at what point did you realize you were in trouble with the law?
I didn't until September the 10th, which was a month later. I got a phone call from the detective saying that they needed a statement from me. And I said, okay, well, I'm on my way somewhere. I'm going out of town. You know, can you tell me what it's pertaining to? And he said, no, I can't tell you until you get here. I said, okay, that's fine. We arranged the time and the place to meet, which was his office on Tuesday morning. I showed up there, had no idea what it was about, started questioning me about the person with their name. I wasn't even aware of her name. Told me where she lived, and I remembered, you know, from her location about her, and figured maybe she was in trouble and they needed a statement from me. I wasn't really sure. Gave them a statement only for them to tell me that I was under arrest and they had a warrant for my arrest. That was a month after the encounter.
And so then what was your reaction to it all?
Shock. I've never been arrested. I've never been in trouble. I've never had, you know, any allegations filed against me. You know, the people who truly know me believe that I was not capable of doing anything like this. If I was to ever go to jail, it would be for the exact opposite. If I saw a man lay his hands on a woman, I would gladly go to jail for it. Because it's an injustice if you don't.
Now, was this the first time you've ever done this kind of encounter through Craigslist? And had there ever been any trouble before with maybe other people you've encountered with?
Everyone who I spoke with through any online advertisements. It's my understanding they have all been contacted, and this was the only encounter that this has ever happened through, and all charges have been dismissed. The only thing that I was aware of was I was contacted Friday and told that it was an agreement. It was in a 110% unanimous agreement between the detective and the solicitor's office that there was no probable cause to show that there was any crime committed, and all charges have been dismissed.
So what?
I was removed from house arrest, and all charges have subsequently been removed.
Wow. And so what's next for you?
Continue living all my life, you know. I can't, one thing that I've learned is I can't assume responsibility of somebody else's actions. I can't control somebody else. The only thing that I can do is control my actions. And for me, that is going to be to push my unfortunate circumstances to other people, that this injustice does not just happen to people and continue to go unpunished, because it happens all the time. Look up the statistics of how many people are falsely accused every year of rape. And the people who are falsely accused could face up to 30 years in prison. The rest of their life is a registered sex offender. And when they're found not guilty, if they're found not guilty, because there's plenty of innocent people who go to prison every year who can't afford a paid attorney. There's plenty of innocent people who go to jail every year for these crimes, who spend the majority of their life locked up in a penitentiary, who get out when the truth finally comes out, if it comes out, and there's absolutely nothing you can do to the person who falsely accused. Nothing.
Now, has this made you a little hesitant or scared to ever go back on Craigslist or any other online dating site?
I won't ever go back on online anything. Nothing. I'm done. You know, I've learned my lesson. And, you know, it's a hard lesson to learn. But you want to see the best in people. But the problem is, when you're seeing the best in people, oftentimes you're blinded by the worst.
Now, did you at any point after, you know, you said you spent 17 days in jail, after you were released, did you, maybe even prior, before the arrest, when you learned this was happening, did you contact this lady and say, hey, what's going on here?
Negative. I have not had any, matter of fact, the last time that I spoke with her was August the 19th, which was the day that we met. I don't need to know. It's not on me to judge her. It's on God to judge her. She's going to have to step in front of God one day, and she's going to have to answer the question. And whether she comes out with the truth or whether she comes out with a lie, he's going to know the answer either way. It's unfortunate that I don't know, but it's not on me to judge people. It's on God to judge them. God has to judge me as well. I volunteered at the detective's office to waive whatever rights I had to take a lie detector test, take a polygraph, and they told me no. They couldn't do that there. When I went to the bond hearing and they denied my bond, she rehearsed a coached statement. And it was so coached, it was not even funny. And while I could not see her, I heard the statement. And Judge Lumbar was the judge who denied my bond at the bond hearing, saying what a heinous and violent crime this was, without ever hearing my side of the story.
You saw the incident report. Was there anything in that incident report, because, you know, what she detailed made it seem like, you know, this was a very violent sexual encounter. Was there anything in that report that you would refute?
Yes, the entire portion where she says it became non-consensual up until the point that I left. The entire thing is disputable. The entire thing is a mockery. The entire thing is completely in fault. You know, the truth has come out through text messages, and I don't know if you'll ever receive those. I'm not sure if you're able to. I'm not sure because I know it was evidence and I don't know how it comes out, but the truth is there.